You won't believe what just exploded on live television last night. In just 24 heart-pounding seconds, one of the biggest living legends in Hollywood went from smiling on the couch to standing up ripping the host to absolute shreds and storming off the set while millions watched with their jaws on the floor. This wasn't scripted. This wasn't planned. This was raw, real, and completely savage. And the best part, she left the host looking tiny, speechless, and totally destroyed. If you love seeing bullies get put in their place, smash that like button right now and keep watching because this story is pure fire. Last night on Greg Gutfeld's late-night Fox News show, all hell broke loose to guess the one and only Cher. Yes, to Cher, the icon, the legend, the woman who has been slaying the game for over 6 decades. She walked onto that stage looking like a rock star goddess, black leather jacket, long dark hair, boots that could crush souls, and the audience lost their minds cheering for her. Gutfeld stood up with that little smirk. He always wears the one that screams, "I'm about to be clever." He welcomed her, sat her down, and then he started swinging. Not funny punches, mean punches, age jokes, career jabs, non-stop cheap shots. And sure, she tried to smile. She tried to play nice. But everybody in that studio could feel the storm coming. It all started innocent enough. Gutfeld goes, "Thanks for coming on the show, Cher. I know this isn't your usual crowd." Cher laughs lightly and says, "I like to mix it up sometimes. I've been doing this long enough to handle anything." The audience chuckles and Gutfeld drops the first bomb handle. "Anything, you've been in the business. What, 100 years now?" Dead silence. A couple nervous laugh shares. Smile freezes. She says, "Wow. Starting strong, huh?" But Gutfeld smells blood in the water. He keeps going. He calls her the Swiss Army knife of entertainment. Sounds like a compliment. Right. Wrong. The way he said it made it sound like she's some dusty museum piece that keeps getting dragged out. Cher shifts in her seat. You can see she's already done with the nonsense. Then he moves to a new album. "So you're trying to stay relevant with the kids. TikTok dances and all that." Sheriff fires back, calm but firm. "I've always had fans of every age. I just made the music I love." Gutfeld ignores her completely and says, "Yeah, but the industry left a vinyl era a long time ago." "Grandma," the audience goes quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Cher's jaw tightens. "I still sell records. Greg, I'm on every platform. Just because I've been around doesn't mean I'm out of touch." Gutfeld throws his hands up like, "What? Relax. I'm not saying you're out of touch. I'm just saying the world moved on. Good for you for hanging in there. Hanging in there." Those 3 words hit Cher like a slap in the face. She stares at him. "Hanging in there. Are you serious right now?" Gutfeld shrugs. "It's a compliment, still doing your thing at your age. Impressa boom." He said the quiet part out loud. "At your age." Entire studio felt that one. Cher's eyes turn ice cold. "You know what, Greg? I came here thinking we could have fun chat, but if all you're going to do is take shots of how old, I shouldn't have bothered showing up." Gutfeld laughs like a hyena. "Oh, come on, Cher. Don't be so sensitive. It's just comedy. You can take a joke. Right?" Cher doesn't blink. There's a big difference between a joke and straight up being rude. Right now, you're just rude. The air in a room gets heavy. Real heavy. Gutfeld decides to change a subject and makes it 10 times worse. "Let's talk politics. And you're always saying wild stuff on Twitter, calling people names, going off. Don't you think that's a little hypocritical? You can dish it out, but you can't take it." Cher looks like he just grew a second head. "Are you really comparing me fighting for things I believe in to you mocking my age for cheap laughs? Those 2 things are not the same, Greg. Not even close." Gutfeld leans and loving the chaos he's creating. "See, that's the thing. You get to say whatever you want online, but the second someone teases you, you cry while the audience is dead silent. Now nobody is laughing anymore." Cher's face turns red. "When I speak out, it's because I care about making the world better. What you're doing right now is just trying to rise out of me for ratings." Gutfeld bursts out laughing. "Ratings? That's rich coming from you every time you tweet something crazy. It's because you're desperate for attention. Let's be real. You need my audience way more than I need you." That was it. That was the moment the bomb went off. Cher's eyes went wide, then turned into laser beam. She gripped the arms of the couch so hard her knuckles went white. "Excuse me," she said. Voice low and deadly. Gutfeld doubled down, grinning like an idiot. "You heard me. Your people begged my people for this appearance. You wanted exposure. So don't act like you're doing me a favor by being here." Cher stood up slowly like a queen rising from her throne. She smoothed her leather jacket, looked him dead in the eyes, and unleashed, "You are unbelievable. I have been interviewed by every major host on the planet, and not one has ever been this disrespectful. Gutfeld waves are off. Oh, please. You're just mad him not kissing the ring like everybody else. You're used to celebrity worship. Well, guess what? This is my show and I don't do that." Cher stepped closer. "There's a huge difference between not kissing ass and being a complete jerk right now. You are a complete jerk." The audience gasped so loud you could hear it through TV. Some people started clapping, others were too shocked to move. Gutfeld's face turned bright red. He clearly didn't expect her to clap back this hard. "A jerk," he repeated, voice shaking. "I'm a jerk for asking tough questions. You're not asking tough questions. Cher fired you. Just be mean. There's nothing clever about it. You're being a bully." Gutfeld jumped off from his chair, now to their face-to-face across the desk. "A bully? You can't handle a little back and forth. This is what I do." Cher never broke eye contact. "There's a difference between back and forth and being in Greg." She dropped the award on live television room. Froze. Even a camera. Guys look like they stopped breathing. Gutfeld's mouth opened and closed like a fish. "Did you just call me an on my own show?" "If the shoe fit," Cher said when Ice Cold shrugged. The audience exploded, half cheering, half booing, total chaos. Gutfeld's hands turned into fists. His whole face was shaking with rage. "You need to watch how you talk to me. This is my show." Cher, actually laugh, a short, sharp boy. "Please laugh. You've been disrespecting me for 10 straight minutes. But the second I stand up for myself, suddenly in the problem, you're unbelievable." Gutfeld slammed his hand on the desk so hard the microphones jumped. "I was doing my job. I pushed buttons. I don't throw softballs like every other host." Cher looked him up and down like he was something stuck on the bottom of her shoe. "Then congratulations, Greg. You just pushed the wrong button with the wrong woman." She took one step closer. The tension was electric. "I have survived sexism, ageism, critics, haters, divorces, bankruptcies, and every kind of garbage this industry throws at women. I have been told I'm too old, too loud, too extra for over 50 years. And I'm still here selling out arenas while you sit behind that desk trying to feel big by tearing people down." Gutfeld tried to cut him, but Cher wasn't done. "Not even close. You hide behind comedy and edgy like it gives you permission to be cruel. But being cruel isn't brave. It's weak. It's an easy way out. And tonight, the whole world just saw exactly what you aired." The audience was on their feet now, some screaming in support, others yelling at Cher to sit down. It was pure madness. Gutfeld pointed at her finger, shaking. "Get out." Cher cooped her ear like she couldn't hear him. "What was that?" "I can't hear you over your ego." Crashing and burning by said, "Get out." Gutfeld scream, voice cracking. Cher smile. The most savage, victorious smile you've ever seen. "Gladly. I got better things to do than waste another second with a little man who thinks cruelty is a personality." She turned to leave, then spun back one last time. "No, Greg, you had the interview of your career tonight. I came ready to tell stories, laugh, connect with your audience, but you were so desperate to prove how edgy you are that you blew it. And the saddest part, you don't even realize what you just lost." Gutfeld stood there, speechless, mouth opening and closing, looking smaller. Then, Cher walked to the edge of the stage. He was clicking like gunshots. She stopped, looked back over her shoulder, and delivered the final blowout of the thousands of shows I've done in my life. "This one will go down as the worst. Congratulations, you earned that title." Mic drop, and she'd disappear behind the curtain like the absolute queen she is. The audience went insane, standing ovation mixed with shock screams. Producers were running around backstage, panicking. Security was on high alert. The control room was probably on fire. The camera stayed on Gutfeld. He looked like he had just been hit by a truck. His face was red. His hands were shaking. And for the first time ever, he had nothing to say. He finally croaked out, "Well, that was something," and tried to laugh, but it came out weak and pathetic. He told the audience they were going commercial, but everybody knew the truth. The show wasn't coming back from this. His reputation just took a fatal hit backstage. Cher didn't wait for anyone. She didn't do the fake hug-it-out thing. She walked straight out the door. Head-high leather jacket shining under the streetlights, got into her car and left that building the dust. And the internet went nuclear within minutes. Clips where everywhere Cher walks out was trending worldwide. People were calling it the greatest live TV moment of the decade. Memes, reaction videos, slow-motion replays of Gutfeld's face when she called him in pure gold because hey, the thing Cher didn't need a show. She didn't need his audience. She sold hundreds of millions of records, won Oscars, Grammys, Golden Globes, filled stadiums, changed culture forever. She showed up as a favor, and when he disrespected her, she reminded him and the entire world who the real boss is. At 24-second walk off is already legendary. It's the moment a 78-year-old icon taught a smug host that some people are simply untouchable. She didn't cry, she didn't shrink, she stood tall, spoke fire, and left him drowning in his own mess. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Cher will always be the blueprint. She walked in a legend. She walked out an even bigger one. Gutfeld. He just became the cautionary tale hosts tell each other. Don't pull a Gutfeld. Never mess with Cher. If this gave you goosebumps, smash that like button. Drop Queen Cher in the comments. Turn on notifications and subscribe because we expose Hollywood's wildest moments every single day. Cher didn't just walk off a show last night. She walked straight into television history again.